Hi everyone, so today I would like to present uh, from part 3, Practical Classroom Considerations, on Chapter 9, Curriculum and Course Design from Teaching by Principles books by Dr. Brown. Okay, so let's get started. Defining terms. The first step in this plethora of practicalities is to take a look at curriculum and course design. Here, pedagogy of particularity is highly relevant for no one-word dream of planning a lesson in a vacuum. Embedded in a much larger picture, will begin by defining some terms. In both the research literature and common parlance, there is some variation in the interpretation of related concept. The first is curriculum, the selection and structure of the goals, content, sequence, procedure, and assessment of a program of our course. And then a program is a broad terms describing a collection of classes and courses offered within a single institution, sometimes leading to a certificate or degree. And then syllabus, the planned structure of a single course that outlines specific course goals, requirements, ratings, assessment, and schedule assignments across the length of the course. And then for the course or class is a time-limited educational experience usually carried out in regular meetings. And then this is with a limited number of students. And then the source language course development process. In the center of the chart are the basic steps normally followed in designing a course. On each side are influential interacting factors. Toward the top, note that as goals are being defined and as a course is being conceptualized. Institutional constraints and available materials and resources must be simultaneously analyzed in order to determine feasibility and to avoid waste effort in impossible goals. In the lower part of the flowchart, the training experience and ability of the teacher will interact with the process of lesson design and teaching the course itself. Then, as instruction is ongoing, formative assessment will have the effect of monitoring students' progress and gauging the effectiveness of various components of the course. Finally, assessment of a students and teacher not only provides information about successes achieved goal, but and areas that need further work, but will also lead to potential appropriate revisions of the course as well as possible previous courses and subsequent courses that are designed to build on the present one. And then the situation analysis. The open steps in course design is an analysis of the setting, the audience, and needs of the students, otherwise known as a situation analysis, or in Nation and McAllister's word, environment analysis. Every effective course is undergirded by considerations of the following factors. The first about the educational setting. Within what social and cultural norms is the course situated? What is the instructional framework into which the course must be integrated? And many more. And then we also need to look for the class characteristics and the faculty characteristic and governance of course content and also assessment and evaluation requirements. And then needs analysis. Second step in the process of developing or understanding a course centers on the needs that the course presumes to address. It is important to identify at least two types of needs, objective and subjective. Objective needs are those that can be relatively easily measured, quantified, or specified with agreement by administrators on what constitutes divine needs. And the information gathered will include the following: demographic data of learners, including language, ability, interest, and etc., and their needs expressed in terms of proficiency levels, and then language skills to be addressed, and then what learners need to do in English, and then for the subjective needs are often of equal or greater importance. as they focus on needs as seen through the eyes of the learners themselves. Subjective needs are more difficult to gather, but are typically sought through interviews, questionnaires, teachers' perceptions, observations, and the opinions of experts. From this procedure, the following information may emerge: learners' attitude toward the target language culture, and then expectation that students have of themselves and of the and then purpose that students perceive for studying English, and then specific language skills that students wish to focus on, and then preference that students have about their learning. And then about the problem problemalizing. Craves uh, 1996 suggests that an important feature of course design is the careful consideration of the potentially large number of things that can go wrong with one's best laid plans for a course. Recently, Dowd, one of the authors, had a graduate students of his purpose to design a workplace curriculum for grocery stores workers for whom English was a second language and who were having difficulties communicating with customer, colleagues, and bosses. A number of immediate problems came up. Did the learners perceive their own need to learn certain skills in English? And then, were managers supportive of the effort? Could workers receive paid time to take the course? And then, prospective students have to pay to attend the course? And then would the overall administrator of the grocery store pay the teacher for her services? And then would there be money to pay for materials? And then was there a convenient space available for the class? And then for specifying goals. The term goals and objective are often interchanged in pedagogical literature, and depending on whom you consult, you might find some confusion in defining the two terms. The first is goals. Goals are rather broadly based on aim and purposes in an educational context and are therefore more appropriately associated with whole programs, courses, or perhaps sizable modules within a course. And according to J.D. Brown, 1995, goals are general statement concerning desirable and attainable program purposes and aims. And then second is objective, sometimes referred to as sub-goals, are much more specific than goals, both in their conception and in their context. And then for the Central American program, to guide our thinking, we developed the following speaking goals for the lowest of the three levels we planned. And then conceptualizing a core syllabus. A commutative syllabus short minimally consists of the following components. The first is goal for the course, and then a sequential list of function, and a sequential list of topics and situation match to the function, and a sequential list of grammatical, lexical, and or phonological forms to be thought again match to the sequence of function, and sequential list of skills like listening, speaking, reading, and writing, and then match reference throughout to textbook units, lesson and or pages, and additional resources. And then the last is possible suggestion of assessment alternatives, including criteria to be tested and genre of assessment. And then selecting textbook materials and resources. The process of reviewing potential textbook materials and resources beyond those that you might design yourself is one that ideally takes place in a concert with conceptualizing the syllabus. And this is the picture in the slide mentioned about the criteria for evaluating and choosing textbooks for a course. And then we moved into the assessment. Assessment of the students' attainment of objective or lessons and units. and of the goals of the curriculum may be offered in a wide array of possible formats. Traditional periodic tests such as quizzes, multiple choice tests, filling the blank tests, and other somewhat mechanical test types offer the possibility of practical quick level check of students' attainment. Midterm and final examination might include, along with some of the above techniques, short essay or production and more open-ended responses. Alternatives in such assessment technique are available in the journal, portfolios, conferences, observation, interviews, and many more. And then course revision. A few courses are perfect the first time around. In fact, successful teachers will always look for ways to improve a course the next time it is taught. In what Nation and McAllister call introducing change, for preliminary considerations will help you to revise a course. The first, see the need for change. The impetus for change is always stronger when it comes from within your conviction. You must envision the potential advantage of change in order to be intrinsically driven to effect the change. And then second, determine the extent of change. In most cases, a course will be improved with some minor tweaking. Major revamping of the course would be an inefficient use of your time. And then engage in realistic change, a relative factor in the matter of being practical in terms of your time, other courses surrounding yours, and the total program. And then follow your own principled teaching. Course revisions is rarely successful if you have been forced out of your own principled approach to the Alto teaching. Okay, so that's all about the chapter 9. Thank you for your attention and see you.